Our region's known worldwide for Pittsburgh's Renaissance One in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. A team of photographers were witness to the transformation, commissioned by the Allegheny Conference on Community Development to document one of the first great urban transformations anywhere. Well, recently, a new team of photographers hit the city streets, commissioned by the Heinz Endowments, to carry on the tradition of the 50s and to document what's become a third renaissance for Pittsburgh after the region's remarkable comeback from the economic collapse of the late 70s and early 80s. Well, now an exhibit of these latest photographs is on view at the Carnegie Museum of Art. It's called Picturing the City. Linda Benedict-Jones is curator of photography for the museum, and Martha Rial is one of the Picturing of the City photographers. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Linda, why don't I start with you? This is kind of a cool project. The genesis of it on the part of the Heinz Endowments?
Oh, it's an extremely cool project, actually. And, you know, the Heinz Endowments over the past few years has done a lot of philanthropic investment in downtown Pittsburgh. And so they had the idea of, you know, making a record of that. And when they first got started, someone at the, I think several people at the endowment said, we should document this photographically. And everyone knew about this project that took place in Pittsburgh in the 1950s called the Pittsburgh Photographic Library, run by Roy Stryker, and so that really served as an inspiration for this project. So the idea was to gather together a team of photographers and to give them some notions of what to photograph. In the 1950s, it was the whole city that they documented, but for this project, it was specifically downtown. You know, the downtown area and the North Shore, and you know, up to the Lower Hill District, and the things that were really being primarily impacted.
Wow. Martha, you're one of the nine. One of the team kind of came a little late to the project because you were actually living in Florida and then moved back home, right?
Exactly. I came home, left the newspaper business, and wondered, what am I going to do? So Linda put me to work pretty quickly.
That's great. You love to fall into a gig like that as soon as you move back. Did being away change the way you viewed the downtown and the way you saw it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's great to look at the city with a fresh set of eyes. I've been photographing downtown since I was 18 years old, so that's a lot of years. So being away for a few years, coming back and seeing the new terrain, the new landscape, new buildings, and how people were using the space, I found really interesting.
Now, give me a for instance.
A lot of young people on the streets because we have 3 high schools downtown now. Kids go through downtown when they're changing buses, going to their various schools. The diversity is really interesting. And plus the light is different. There's been a couple buildings that have been removed, so now you have areas that just have a lot of light in it.
I didn't think about that aspect of it, but you're right. A lot of brightness there in front of the new 3 PNC building over by the Wilson Center, because some of the taller, not super tall buildings, but they took out some buildings that really lets the light shine.
Well, there are a couple buildings you really couldn't get a good look at before because they were blocked or the point of view. So it is really cool to see how it's changed.
Did you see that lens through a lot of other photographers as well, things we wouldn't have expected to see about downtown?
Oh, yes. And you know, the thing that's amazing to me about this project is that when people come to the museum now and look at the photographs, they've lived in this city maybe, you know, during this whole period of change, but they look at the photographs and they see it differently because they're seeing it through the eyes of the photographers. And you know, all that commotion that's right down in downtown with the extension of the T, I mean, that's still going to go on for a while longer, but people love seeing the images of what's going on. And you know, during this project, we saw the groundbreaking and the completion of projects like the August Wilson Center, the casino, the Consol Energy Center. These are huge architectural changes, and the project has documented them all. We've also documented lots of people. I mean, that's what Martha is especially good at.
And it's open and on exhibit, right, at the Carnegie Museum of Art right now. Martha, last question for you, and I know it's always hard to ask a photographer to pick which of your children do you like best, kind of, but is there a particular image that's in the exhibit that really sort of strikes your fancy about what it says about the community and what you see now when you look at it?
Well, my favorite ones are the ones of people, of course, and I really like the one of the young lady at the Penguins game, the final Penguins game at the Civic Arena, because that night not only were they mourning the loss that they weren't going to advance to the Stanley Cup, but they were also mourning the loss of an institution. And many of the people that were there were young women who probably weren't even born when the arena was built and don't remember, don't have that same sense of long history, but they knew something important was about to disappear.
Wow, wow, that's interesting. Well, it's nice you captured those moments, and at least photographically, a lot of this will continue to live on. Congratulations. Hopefully everybody will go to the Carnegie Museum of Art to check it out. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.